Welcome to Land Academy. This is the Cash Flow from Land show, where we show you how to buy unwanted vacant land and sell it for more on the internet. I'm Steve Butala.
I'm Jill DeWit.
We are your hosts. With over 15,000 completed transactions, we are the experts in this niche land flipping business.
We hold a drawing to win a free property every month. Enter to win by reviewing this show on iTunes and downloading our free ebook at landacademy.com. All right, let's get this show started.
Jack Butala for Land Academy. Welcome to our Cash Flow from Land show once again. We show you how to buy property for half of what it's worth and sell it the very next day. Great information and instruction from Jack, that's me.
And inspiration from Jill, that's me.
In this episode, Jill and I talk about how to sell land on the internet. Sounds simple? Well, it is. This show, the reason that this show came up is, well, I'll tell you in a minute. Awesome show, Jill. Let's start off with some funny stuff that happened to us recently.
I was kind of giggling about this with our staff the other day. Have you ever seen these office space work pods before?
Yeah, I mean, for the first time I saw one yesterday because I was shopping for office space.
It's really kind of funny. It was funny.
It doesn't look comfortable at all.
It doesn't,
it looks
no.
Too small.
You know, I thought about it like the design is like when they first came out with these pods on the airplane, you know, like a little first class pod. It's kind of like they started like that, but imagine that smaller and you're sitting up. And it was really cute because I was describing it to our staff and one of our people said, "Oh, that's cool. I'll work from the pod and I can take a nap in the pod." I'm like, no, you're seen. They can see you.
I think they make it small and uncomfortable on purpose.
Maybe that's
You're not supposed to work there for 8 hours.
No, it was really kind of funny. I was kind of cracking up. I'm like, it looks like, what is this little thing? It's really funny. So that was a new one for me. I'd never seen that. Hey, you know what? What if you had hey, imagine this. How many people could you cram in a 10 by 12 office if you could probably put 10 pods in there.
I did that a long time ago.
Could you imagine?
I had 4 people in an office and one was me.
Oh.
Right when I started, because I was all real, super on a budget, and it's not a good idea.
Did you even have what am I trying to say? Like a cube divider up?
Yeah,
there was no.
yeah,
okay,
we did.
Okay, good.
We did, but I'll take it from me. You want happy employees.
Yes.
If they're not happy, then it just costs money.
Oh, that's
spend an extra $1,000 on a bigger office. Seriously.
And remove the boss.
Yeah,
and make
exactly.
Sure get a bigger office and do not have the boss in there. So
I swear we make more money when I'm not here.
Me.
I swear it. I'm not joking.
We both roll that way. It's kind of funny for different reasons, I think. It's good.
Let's take a question posted by one of our members on successplant.com, our free online community.
Okay. So Dan T wrote, okay, so you've agreed on a price with a seller. Now, where do you go for additional research when you're just starting out to check title ownership, encumbrances, liens, zoning, water, electricity, and other property perks, etc.? I like that. I know the Data to Doorstep program, and it provides access to some of that info, but I can't afford the monthly subscription quite yet. Oh, okay. I got it. Jack?
I put this in here for a reason, and I was hoping that you would answer the question, Jill. I don't remember exactly when you joined us. Did we always have...
Because it's all a blur.
Did we always have Data to Doorstep? Always. Since you've been here.
Always have a version. Oh, gosh. Wow.
I think the answer is yes. Because,
Shucks,
I didn't always
think
have,
so.
I didn't always have it.
Wait a minute. Having access to that information? You know what, Jack? I do not think so. I think when I started, and I honestly think that when I started learning how to do this, I didn't dive into that yet because I
think you started and we had a ton of property. We had like thousands and thousands and thousands of properties in inventory.
Right.
It was kind of during the downturn, so we turned the acquisition piece off for a while, and I think we were just selling property, if I remember right.
Well,
we always had it. I know we had it when you when you arrived. I just don't know if anybody used it.
Right. Well, here's my I don't know if we had it. I don't know if I definitely didn't use it in the beginning, and I appreciate not using it in the beginning because you want to learn how to do things the right way, the real way, the old-fashioned way. Because what if you didn't have that? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
that's right.
I mean,
that's really why I brought this up.
This is probably I may have stated this before, but I'm going to state it again. When you learn to fly an airplane, you're not getting into a glass cockpit where you have a GPS and all the bells and whistles and go around buttons, and all of that exists, by the way.
There's a go around button?
There's a go around button on the bigger planes. Not when you're learning on a little, two-seater.
There's a go around button.
Yeah. If you're sitting in a Citation Sovereign and you look down to your right, seriously, on just where you're sitting, there's literally is a go around button. And we can explain that later. So I'm like, you have a go around button? Anyway, but when you're learning, so here's my thing. When you're learning to fly an airplane, you're learning to fly the real way. You're learning with a watch and a compass and looking out the window and landmarks and timing. And, you're learning, because what if all your equipment fails? You need to know how to do it the old-fashioned way. So I look at it like this question. What if all your equipment fails? You need to know how to do this. So
all of our kids know how to drive a manual stick for that exact reason. Mm-hmm. It's mandatory. And change a tire and stuff.
They may not be well at it, but they understand the concept.
Right.
Yeah.
For the same reason. Yeah. So here's the answer. If you don't have the tools that we provide, the data to doorstep tools, they're professional grade tools. It's the same stuff that title companies use. You're hurting yourself. The way to do it. I mean, there's an easy way to look up ownership. You got to call the county. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have to write a little check for $1.35 or something to have them send you the vesting deed, which you definitely want to get. You don't want to title anything without that. For liens and encumbrances, you can order that information online from several places. Although I don't even think I would trust that. I mean, I would trust our product the most.
You can do it other ways, but there's a bunch of you have to go to different departments and different places and and spend money. Yeah. And it takes some time. So, the answer is yes.
You should do it because you'll never do it again.
Right. And then you're going to go, all right, now I'm done. You know what? That's so funny. And then you say, okay, how much money did I really save by wasting a week and calling all these people and sending all these checks to get this variety of information? Or I could cut to the chase and do what the pros do, like Jack and Jill, and there you go.
I also think you should order county data and then try to send a mailer from that.
That's a good tip.
Because you'll never do that again either.
I
include
good tip.
In our cash flow from land program in the back. I include a sample data set from a county in New Mexico that I got a lot of years ago, and it's just gobbledygook awful. First of all, and second of all, it doesn't really give you assessed. You need assessed values to really effectively send a mailer. And I don't think I ever have received mailer data directly from a county that's included assessed values. So now it's you're shooting in the dark. Mm-hmm. So find a way to afford it. Dan T.
It'll save you money in the end. That's the big thing.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough to. Yeah, I think we answered it. Mm-hmm. Hey, if you have a question or you want to be on the show, call 800-725-8816. Today's topic, how to sell land on the internet. Doesn't that seem silly, Jill? Not silly, but so basic. Mm-hmm. This is how I came up with this topic today. I was talking to somebody very recently in a social situation, and it came up like, what do you do for a living thing came up. I said, I buy and sell land. Oh, and all that does is generate questions. So those of you in the business, come up with a better answer for that. If you've been in the business for a while, you already know this. Find a better way to answer it. But that's what I said anyway. And they said, well, what the heck? And I said, oh, yeah, we buy property and we send a lot of mailers out. And they get that. And then I say, well, we just sell it on the internet. And they say, what? Mm-hmm. You can sell land on the internet? Mm-hmm. And it seems basic to us. If you're listening to this, you're already you're into the topic anyway. And yeah.
Or you're into something. Something weird.
Or you're into being bored for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, turns out you can sell land on the internet, and we've done it, almost 16,000 times now. So their first question is, what? Who the heck would buy land on the internet? It cracks me up.
It's so funny.
So I decided to do a show. So Jill, how do you sell land on the internet?
You describe it really well, and you put it out there everywhere, and it's not crazy. I mean, it seems like second nature to me now. I mean, it really is. And it's so funny, the people, I love what you said, Jack, about, what do you mean this really works? Oh, must have been a one-off. Well, like Jack's, I must have had almost 16,000 one-offs then. Okay, we'll go with that.
Oh, you got lucky.
Yeah, right.
I did.
Okay.
Had 15 years of luck.
Yeah. Yeah. As we get into our cars and drive away, we live over here and whatever.
I still get that. Like, well, that's that land out there. That's
Oh,
that
there
doesn't
must be
count.
something
Oh, no.
wrong with it. That's my
It's
favorite.
not really real estate.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind that I just sold the house and the empty lot next to you, but we won't go there. It's okay. On the internet.
Right.
So funny. It's so interesting. And it's funny because, more and more buyers, with maps and everything, they're not doing a drive-by. I mean, there are some that want to see it and stand on it, and that's a different customer. But, the real customers out there, they're buying it happily from us, on the internet, not even looking at it. It's easy.
Well, I'll answer the question. This is how you sell land on the internet. You sell it exactly the way Zappos sells shoes. You check out, you click on the credit card link, and you buy the property. The only difference is that instead of getting a pair of shoes in the mail, you get a deed. Mm-hmm. What? Mm-hmm. That was the reaction last night.
I love it. How many properties do you have in your checkout cart there? Oh, 3. I have 3 checkout carts, and look at these pumps.
Wouldn't that be funny?
That'd be hilarious.
Wow.
Hey, that would be cool. We should. That's funny. It's just
Get you thinking.
maybe think of so. I know, right?
If you can,
Man, I wish we could get on Amazon with this stuff. Someday Amazon's going to figure this out and allow us to put property on there. We're going to bug them.
I was watching the news this morning, and the newscaster had this dress on that looked like Eddie Van Halen's guitar
I kind of like that dress. Did you like that? The black and white?
with this black and white stripes
I
thing.
meant to say something about that. I like that dress.
Well, the stripes just looked like exactly like Eddie Van Halen's guitar.
That's
So
why I like
what
it.
do I do? I'm sitting in front of the internet. I type in dress that's just like Eddie Van Halen's guitar. And you know what comes up? The
What?
Van Halen store. And there's like 7. And
There's a Van Halen store?
There's a Van Halen store.
Nice.
So then I start thinking maybe there should be a Land Academy store. And or maybe we should go tell these construction guys
I'm going to have
stop
to say something for
disrupting
just
our
a
show.
minute. Seriously.
Anyway, hey, let's just laugh about it. We don't have to
Okay,
be
all right.
They're just doing their job. So yeah, you can buy a Van Halen dress. I don't think that was one, but
Exactly.
you know what that was originally? It was just electrical tape that he's taped on there. So maybe there should be a Land Academy store.
Maybe.
Maybe there should
I
be
like that.
bobbleheads of Jack and Jill. That'd be funny. Mm-hmm. We should give that stuff away, actually. We shouldn't charge for it. Now, who the heck would want that anyway?
You'd be surprised.
Well, so it wasn't always like this. This is a long, the result of a bunch of, a comedy of errors for 15 plus years. It wasn't always, you just check out. We used to do it on eBay. Mm-hmm. We used to auction it off. They click on it, they buy it just like anything else. And we still do.
Well, that is true. You could have your property in your cart along with your watch and your all that good stuff. So there you go. That was the example right there.
I called Amazon to try to sell some property, and they said, no, you can't do that. I said, why? We do it all the time. Yeah, we can't. I don't understand it.
They're not there yet.
Yeah.
We'll help them.
They will be.
Well, we'll just make our own. We kind of do.
I think, eventually you're going to buy houses this way.
Yes.
I don't think you're going to click on it with a credit card, but you're going to say, yep, I do want the house. Click, click, click. I mean, realtors do not want that to happen. You're just cutting them out of the deal. But I'm shocked that there's still realtors in 2016. Really surprised about it, actually.
I'm a little surprised too, and they're still doing the same old driving around stuff, that they did. I don't
That's why
understand
there's so
the
much
whole
damn
concept.
confusion about investing in real estate and why this is. We've been sending direct mail offers out forever, and it's still it's very brand new to a lot of people, the vast majority, and it's because they're so misinformed by realtors. This isn't Bash Realtor Day. I'm just saying the way that they make money is a little bit antiquated, and I'll leave it at that. Mm-hmm. How do you sell land on the internet? Just like Zappos. Go check out Zappos. It's pretty cool. We model a lot of stuff after Zappos because there's so, like an e-commerce, a perfect e-commerce site. It wins awards and stuff.
Yeah, so you're just saying. And the point is, there's pictures, there's descriptions. It's all that good stuff. I think what you're trying to say, or not. You know what I mean? How do I say it? I should say is it's a good description. It's easy. Good pictures. You like that, Jack?
Yeah. Keep going.
All of that like what do I think about if I'm shopping on Zappos? I might have, oh, you know what else? I might check out who I'm buying it from. So, you know,
that's great.
You have a good website and it
point.
explains who you are and you have a good satisfaction rating or something like that.
That's leading into
good.
The technical too here in a second, but there's a bunch of stuff you can do that will and you can do it in the next 20 minutes that will dramatically, and I mean like 80% plus increase your chances of selling stuff on the internet. Mm-hmm. Let's just do it.
Okay.
This is the technical 2 minutes of property investment advice from our 15-year, 15,000 plus transaction experience. If you're about 85% more likely, this is not my number, it's off the internet, to sell whatever you're selling on the internet if you take credit cards and if you accept credit cards through a link. You can click on it and put it in a cart, just like Jill said, and check out. And land is no different. Mm-hmm. We actually revamped our Landstay site very recently. You should go check it out, landstay.com, and we've even made it easier. If you want to buy it on terms or cash, you click on the button. Mm-hmm. And our sales have, we haven't actually populated it yet because we're so ridiculously out of inventory all the time. But the stuff that we do have out there, it sells immediately.
It's amazing to me, the people that go, oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. I'm like, I kind of told you that would happen. One or two of them, then they go, okay, I get it, I'm in. It's funny.
Yeah, I mean, and the way that it's, man, when I started, we would sell it on the internet and exchange checks. We'd wait for a check in the mail.
Yeah.
And we hand wrote deeds. Can you believe that?
I remember that.
I sound like
I didn't remember the handwriting part, but.
And I walked to school both way up.
Oh, here we go. In the snow.
I'm an old man.
Here it comes. Oh my gosh.
If you have any questions or you want to be on the show, call 800-725-8816. Jill, inspire us.
Are you providing good content with your business? This kind of ties into it too. You know, I was just kind of talking about be Zappos. And my point is be truthful and transparent.
Yeah. You know, we don't talk before the show, and we surprise each other with some of the stuff. It's amazing how much this ties in.
Mm-hmm. It does.
The stuff that we do.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you're trying to pull a fast one in real estate or anything else, especially online, that's just silly. Mm-hmm. You know, here's what happens sometimes. A lot of people sign up for a Success Plan. We have a lot of members on there because it's free. And about every 8th person signs up with a username like this, thenewlandguy@gmail.com or some crazy thing.
Right.
And we immediately take it off.
Yeah.
What is that?
Right.
Are you embarrassed? Why can't you just be John Smith from Utah?
Exactly.
So.
Do you realize what name you just pulled out of the air?
John Smith? No.
That's kind of the founder of the it's a whole nother it's
for
kind
that
of
spaceship group?
Something like that. We'll leave it at that. Like, wow, that was really kind of funny.
Oh, you got to bring religion into the show.
What the heck?
Jeez,
Why can't you just be?
Why don't we talk about politics too?
It's hilarious.
All six listeners. Now we have 2.
I'm just. It's just.
How do you feel about Donald Trump?
Funny though. Here we go. I was waiting for that. I was totally waiting for that.
How about Hillary Clinton?
No comment. I have no comment about any of this. Answer. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm not gonna say anything. Don't drag me down that path. That's not fair.
Anyway.
So, all right.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Just be as transparent as you possibly can. Mm-hmm. There's no more hiding behind companies like it's 1932. Exactly.
Yeah, and it does help you. Have good content, like I said, and maybe even do some informational stuff. You want to really make some attention. I don't know, share some good articles on your website. Drive some traffic that way. It'll really help you out.
Exactly.
Cool.
Hey, join us in another episode where Jack and Jill discuss how to use information, that's me,
and inspiration, that's me,
to get just about anything you want.
We use it every day to buy property for half of what it's worth and sell it immediately.
Get there first. Hey, if you can hear over the construction that's happening on my balcony.
I'm going to take a step outside here in a second because I can't take it.
If you've never seen Jill, here's the thing about Jill. When she gets upset about something, it's always it only happens like, I don't know, once a month maybe.
Hey, since it's the after show, shall I open the door and let everybody hear me saying it?
No.
Okay. Which I'm just going to, you know me, I'm going to politely say, Can you take it to the other end? Just for one more, like I'm gonna ask for 45 minutes.
I'm
Watch
a big
me.
fan of.
I'm gonna move them.
A big fan of
Here I go.
putting people in their place, but not guys that are working. Yeah, she's gonna let them have it. Probably can't hear it.
Guys, can I bother you for 45 minutes to go to the other end? We're actually recording a podcast show, and this is our last day. I just have thank you so much. I'm like the little stuff. I'm like, okay, now it's getting really loud. Thank you.
I hope
I'll
that
give you a
came
little
through.
wave. Okay,
It wasn't so
thank you.
bad. She always gets what she wants.
All right.
Nice work, Jill.
Thank you. So, all right, much better. They're really nice. I'm like, just give me 45 more minutes, please. And he said, no problem.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Jack and Jill, information and inspiration. Jill just kicks some butt. Let's go buy some property.
We hold a drawing to win a free property every month. Enter to win by reviewing this show on iTunes and downloading our free ebook at landacademy.com.
If you want to get involved or you need more information about our profitable, niche real estate operation, call 480-467-0359. You just might get Jill at the other end of the line.
Landacademy.com. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.